Hey, I'm Dr. Ryan, and right now I'm going to show you a simple exercise routine that will help to improve your posture by reducing muscle tension and improving spinal mobility, which will ultimately help to decompress your spine. And the goal with this simple routine is to reduce common postures that are very compressive on your spine, which will help to hydrate your discs and provide nutrition to them so they can heal. We also want to rebalance muscle tension around your spine so that we can reduce protective muscle guarding in your lower back muscles without reducing tension in other muscles that we need to support our spine. And finally, we want to improve segmental mobility, which is the motion in the individual segments of your spine, which will help with load transfer and load sharing when you move your body. And at the end of this video, I will talk to you a little about the importance of spinal stability, which is what we need from our core muscles to stabilize our spine through intense or heavy movements. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is a thoracic mobility exercise that will help with thoracic rotation and improve the motion in this commonly stiff part of your spine. So let's get right into it. Okay, we're going to do thoracic mobility. For this one, you're going to be kind of in the quadruped position or a cat-cow position. And what you're going to do is you're going to reach through the hole and thread the needle. And we're going to sit back on towards your heels, but not all the way. And then just relax into this position. And so this is another rotation stretch that's also going to be getting some of your lower back muscles, and you can come out of it and go back into it. Just adding some movement is always helpful for getting, all the fluids and blood flow to get oxygen in the tissues, and then always breathing. And this is just a great thoracic mobility combined with lumbar spine or lower back muscle stretch. Okay, so there's another one you're going to want to do on both sides. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to move on to the next one. So we're going to do the downward dog, which is a very popular exercise. And I don't think it gets enough credit for spinal decompression, because really what we're doing is we're getting upside down. We're creating an inversion effect on the lumbar spine. And you don't have to have super flexible hamstrings. See how much I'm bending my knees? This allows me to get into the upper body position that I want. Just try and make it more of a relaxing position rather than trying to have straight legs where I have tight hamstrings. So that doesn't really feel relaxing to me. So I let my knees bend and I just drop my thoracic spine down. All those previous exercises we just did are kind of preparing for this and breathing. And so spine is somewhat upside down and getting a different effect of gravity and decompressing. And if you do want to try and straighten or lengthen your hamstrings, you can kind of push against them and get a little pull on them. And that is going to help to lengthen your lower back muscles a little bit as well. So make sure you breathe through that one. All right, so now we're going to get up off the ground and we're going to do a forward fold. You can use a prop for this. I'll just use my foam roll, but if you want some kind of support just to prevent too much strain going into your lower back, you can use support, or you can just do what's called a ragdoll and not really hang on to anything. So in this case, you're just going to come down, hands on the knees, and slowly control the lower and begin to hang. Grab your elbows and move side to side. And if you need the support, you can be using something on the ground to just support your hands. And this will just take some pressure off your spine and your discs if you are sensitive to forward bending. In my case, and in many people's case that have back pain, they're more sensitive to backward bending. So forward bending could be completely fine. And that's typically what it is for me. And so I don't need to support myself, but some people may. And so this is just another exercise where you want to be breathing and just letting your muscles relax, but
don't have any fear about this. This isn't hurting your spine. This potentially just helping lengthen those muscles that are causing a lot of compression on the spine. I think it's really important is to not go into any exercise with fear, because that will change the way that your muscles fire, and they can go into a protective state, and that's not a good thing. So we want to feel confident and feel safe into any exercise that we're doing. So our next exercise, we're going to use a prop, either the back of a couch or a countertop, or you can use your foam roll, just something that you're going to put your hands on in standing. So I'm going to go over to the wall. So like I said, you can use any prop you want, a railing, a fence post. You can even use your foam roll for this. This is what I have on hand. So it's just really great to be able to grab onto something. And what you're going to do is you're just going to step back, and you're going to do the same thing as you did in child's pose, is drop your chest down. And this is my favorite way to do a standing spinal decompression. I kind of sway back and forth, side to side, and breathing into the tight areas. And then another thing you can do is, if you have a heavy object, is you can kind of gently pull away. And so I'm leaning my body weight back and just getting a little distraction or traction on my spine. This is a great one you can do for long car rides. You can even use like the roof of your car if you have a low sedan, or some aspect of your car, to get out of the car, take a little break, and just drop your chest down. And the car is nice and heavy, so you can kind of get that traction. Breathe into it. And this really decompresses the spine really well. So if you don't have a piece of furniture or a foam roll, you can do this one up against a wall. So you're just going to get your hands up against it. You're going to step back, and you're going to hinge at the hips, and you're going to drop your chest down, and you can get pretty much all the same benefits, except you're not going to be able to pull away from the wall. But you're getting that thoracic mobility, you're getting some decompression of the lumbar spine. Breathe into it, and I'm just using my pressure up against the wall and dropping my chest down. So that's another really good one that you can do pretty much anywhere. And another great place to do this standing decompression is at your desk. You can do micro work breaks where you just stand up, hands on the desk, and decompress your spine. So that's another reason this is one of my favorite tools, is because you can do it anywhere. So now we're going to finish with this final decompression pose, and it's going to be legs up on the wall. It's very relaxing, and the reason I like to finish with it is because you can almost fall asleep in this position. It feels so good. So we're going to get a yoga mat right up against the wall. You're going to get your butt equally right up against the wall, and you're going to swing your legs up on the wall, trying to stay as close to it as you can while you lay back onto the yoga mat. And so my butt's pretty much touching the wall, if not just really close to it, and legs straight up. Knees don't have to be straight. They can just be soft, just slightly bent, and just relax into the position. This is using the tension in your hamstrings by stretching your hamstrings to actually put a gentle pull on your lower back muscles, and again, traction them. It's really similar to a decompression machine that you can go pay to use, because your hamstrings are actually providing that tension that lengthens your lumbar spine and puts just a gentle stretch into your lower back muscles. So again, not really talking, relaxing. I like to open my arms like this and just breathe into the tension. And, I can fall asleep like this. It feels really good. And typically you'll feel really good when you come up out of this position as well. So I just call this legs up on the wall. It's kind of like a Shavasana pose that they do at the end of a yoga class, but feels way better if you have issues with your lower back. So go ahead and give this one a try and see how it feels. And again, like all of these, if it feels uncomfortable, don't push through it. Just stop and move on to the next one. All of these should feel good.
While the focus of this routine was spinal mobility and muscle relaxation, I want to talk to you about something that's arguably more important than those things, which is core stability. Core stability is kind of the opposite in the sense that it's an active engagement of your core muscles that provides support and stability for your spine to reduce excessive strain and forces on the spinal structures when you move your body. And this is an incredibly important foundation that you need to have in your body if you want to prevent and escape the lower back pain cycle. And this spinal stability, core engagement whole concept is exactly what we focus on in core balance training. It's what I've spent my entire career specializing in, and it's what I teach in the program. And if you're interested to learn more about core engagement and core stability, I encourage you to try our 7-day free trial, which will give you a really good idea and a great experience of what it feels like to engage your muscles and how to engage your core so that you can then integrate that into the movements of your daily life. So I hope this simple routine helped you to feel more loose and relaxed. And I also hope you understand the importance of spinal stability as a major foundation in having a healthy back. And if that's the only takeaway that you have from this video, then I consider that a win, because it is, like I said, arguably more important than the stretching and the mobility that is so commonly emphasized in people with lower back pain. So I'll be back next week with another topic for getting out of the back pain cycle for good. And until then, get down on the floor and connect to your core.